Alright guys, we're back for another Dokkan battle video, and we got another no item run here on Super Battle Road. Now buckle in, because this is not quick. This takes a very long time. So we're doing the PEPPY GALS stage. Now, what's interesting is the PEPPY GALS stage is actually brutal this time. They knew they needed to do such a thing because these PEPPY GAL units are just ridiculously OP, right? They're so powerful. But the enemies hit so hard that you have no chance without Ribrianne, like, on a rotation. Unless you've got, like, Tech Khalifa and STR Kale, who are different. Or I guess, like, LR Kale and Khalifa. Or, like, the Universe 6 females are all ridiculously defensive, right? Obviously, you get the point I'm making. But all these other PEPPY GALS units get insta-killed if Ribrianne is not on rotation. So, like, a perfect example of this is Chi-Chi, right? You look at Chi-Chi, Chi-Chi seems very, very powerful, right? She gets 100% attack buff. She gives PEPPY GALS 3 key 120% defense. Boom, she has 120% defense. You think Chi-Chi would be fine? No, Chi-Chi takes 100k per normal in this stage, right? So Chi-Chi, honestly, Chi-Chi is, like, not good enough for a no-item run here. Like, I'm sure you could do it with her on the team, but, like, you're gonna need really, really good luck, right? Now, we're mainly relying, see, like, dude, Oceanus took 100k. Oceanus is so, like, Oceanus and Launch are so crazy. I mean, as you guys are going to see as we're going through this run, like, Oceanus and Launch really are, like, the MVPs. It's hard to say who's the MVP. Honestly, it's got to be Ribrianne, right? Like, if we're truly talking for an actual MVP. I mean, I might as well go over what she does. What's funny, too, is a lot of my PEPPY GALS characters here are around Link level 5-ish, I think is a good way where most of them are. AGL Khalifa is close to full level 10, though, because Super AGL, no, I'm trying, no item, Super AGL, Extreme Super Battle Road, but I mean, that's just, that stage is real fun. So, like, obviously, doing no item attempts in there, I mean, you might as well just have full level 10 links, otherwise you're wasting your time, right? So, yeah, she's very high up. And then Oceanus, I also have leveled up quite significantly because, I mean, the Shadow Dragon Saga stage, she is going to be utterly essential. So this is pretty interesting that wow, were we gonna die there? Did we get this no item because I mean, here's the thing. We're getting completely blasted right here in this first stage, but, like, the first two stages are a joke. Honestly, like, this fight against Tien and Goku and the second fight against Krillin, Gohan, and Vegeta are not hard at all because the first two stages have a pure Saiyan enemy, so you can cheese it with the Universe 6 females, basically. It's not hard at all. The problem is the third fight. The third fight is, like, beyond brutal. It is... The third fight is so crazy, right? So, this strategy I sort of developed to basically, like, as soon as I have my rotation set, we're just incapable of taking damage, is I run double Ribrianne on a rotation, and I do Tech Khalifa and STR Kale on the other rotation, and we're basically, like, we can't take damage until the third fight, basically, like that. The problem is that, dude, no, like, Extreme Super Battle with no item, like, it's so frustrating because it's like, it takes like 20 minutes to get to the last fight, and then you just get insta-killed. It's just so annoying because, like, the turn starts, and you get attacked 20 times before you can move, and you get triple supered, and you're dead. It's like, alright, well, sick. A waste of 20 minutes just gone down the shitter. It's just, oh! The stage. So in Ribrianne, right, she seals. I mean, she gets, what, like 190% attack and defense or something like that? She lowers enemy attack and defense by 30%. She gives PEPPY GAL category allies 2 key and 30% attack and defense. So it's like, Ribrianne, it's like, if there was an exact copy of Ribrianne, but it was like a pure Saiyan, and all the buffs were like pure Saiyans, it'd be like the best unit in the game, right? Like, for some shit like that. Like, Ribrianne is still, like, utterly ridiculous. Like, she's over a year old now, and she, like, could you make the case that she's a top 10 TUR? Probably not, but I mean, she's a transformation boost leader, by the way. which does matter. And that's why when I saw that so this is the friend in Ribrianne. I don't know if I show it, but the friend in Ribrianne has a level 5 defense equip, or let me just double check. I think it's a level 5 defense equip, and all her links are level 5, and she's rainbowed. That's what they give that to you for free. I saw that, and I was a little spooked at first. I was like, wait a minute. Ribrianne is so OP, they give you to her for free? Rainbowed? I was like, what? She has a level 5 int attack. A level 5 purple int attack on bronze is what the friend Ribrianne has. She has 12 additional and 9 crit. Which, I mean, I would definitely go full crit on Ribrianne. Because, you know, she seals, which is nice, but just, you know, go for the extra damage. So, I mean, I might as well just go over, right, like, what a lot of these units are doing. Because, like, global players, you know, Oceanus and Launch are obviously only on JP right now. I don't know when we would expect Oceanus and Launch on global. That I don't know. I mean, I feel like they literally could drop any day from now until, like, January. Like, they'll come out at some point in that time frame, right? So Launch is attacking. Launch greatly lowers attack and defense on super attack, which is crazy. She is so, like, as you guys can see, like, Launch, you could have turns where Launch does 4 super attacks, and she could crit 4 times, and she's greatly lowering attack. Like, it's just... Launch gets, like, so utter ridiculous, right? Now I've got my rotation set, by the way, so now basically we just can't take damage pretty much. So, I mean, it's just, again, buckle in, because there's not really too much to even talk about in these first 2 fights. They're just not really tough. Because, again, with a pure Saiyan on the field, Tech Khalifa has a 100% chance to dodge. And then with a Khalifa on rotation with Kale, Kale has guard activated. And then Kale is also at least double supering while she's stacking defense, right? And then don't forget that all the Universe 6 females, it's easy for them to be really, really geared up with good equipment and shit because they gave us that Universe 6 equipment event. So, like, you know, all of my girls here, they got all the shit we need with them, right? They got additionals, you know, we got extra, like, defense, attack, all types of shit on them. So, you know, they're gonna perform very well. The Kale, Khalifa, all these units, right? So Launch gets 120% attack and defense at the start of turn, which is good. Then for 6 turns, she gets 3 key, 60% more attack and defense. She gets a 50% chance of performing a crit. She gets 2 additionals, which have a 50% chance of being a super attack. So she could super attack 4 times with 4 crits. Like, and it's like semi-realistic. Like, Launch can be so absurd. And then she also seals the super attack of the attacked enemy for that turn if there's a PEPPY Gal category ally attacking in the same turn. So, you know, that's a nice little extra effect she has right there, right? Which is very helpful. Another thing that both Launch and Oceanus have, by the way, that's very important, is they have the Metamorphosis link, which Int Ribrianne also has. So we're going to be healing. Metamorphosis is also one of the strongest links in the game now because at level 10, it's 5% healing and 10% attack and defense. Like, that's really good. So Launch, Oceanus, and the Int Ribriannes having it is crazy. I mean, you guys notice I am foregoing links for one of the 2 Ribriannes because, you know, by having both of them on rotation, we're lowering the enemy's attack by 60%, and we're getting 60% defense as well from the 2 Ribriannes support type ability. So it just makes it to where that rotation is just, like, untouchable, basically. I mean, if you know, global players are, you know, getting the first 10 stages of Extreme Super Battle Road right now. So, like, a lot of you guys have probably, you know, figured out, like, the way you can cheese the Extreme STR stage is by having 2 Omega Shenrons on each rotation, where they're debuffing the enemy's attack by 40%, and it just makes it very, very casual to just sort of storm through, right? Like, Extreme STR, I was able to no-item that stage within, like, the first week of Extreme Super Battle Road being out. I think I beat the stage, and then my first actual attempt at no-iteming it, I think I got that for Extreme STR, just because Omega Shenron was so overpowered in that stage, right? Now, Oceanus. Gotta go over Oceanus as well. So, Oceanus raises defense for 1 turn on super attack, which is critical, by the way. And she also seals. So that's the thing. We have so many units that seal, right? Both Ribrianne's, Launch, and Oceanus all seal, which is helpful because, especially in the 3rd fight, a super attack equals death. So there we go. 75k between the 2 of them up. Like, it's just impressive, right? Then Oceanus gets 3 key, 120% at the start of turn, which is good. She gets an additional 60% attack and defense, and an additional super if the enemy has attack down or defensive down. Which, I mean, between like all of these like characters like lowering attack and shit like that, obviously the rotate, like Ribrianne just passively does that. So if Int Ribrianne is on a rotation with Oceanus, Oceanus is going to get all those extra abilities. Oceanus is also super effective against all types, and she has a high chance of stunning the attacked enemy if the enemy is sealed, which again, we have 500 units that seal on the team, so we're going to be able to see that often. That stun is really good. What is that, a 40% stun for one turn? Yep. That's what they always do. Like, that's the tech hit ability. When they do that high chance to stun for one turn, it's a 40%. I hate that they call it high when it's less than what... Typically, when they say high chance, it's a 50%. But that one is a 40%. But still, that stun, it's just very... It's very clutch. I believe one of the reasons we win is because Oceanus gets a clutch stun in the third fight. So, you guys may have noticed we got the Dokkan attack and did absolutely nothing. Because these extreme Super Battle Road stages, I mean, these enemies, it's like the original 10 stages of extreme Super Battle Road are like, they were like the hardest hitting enemies in the game, but their HP did not like increase basically pretty much from like, or barely increased from the original Super Battle Road stages, right? Like it went up a bit, but not really that much. Here, it's like these guys are the new hardest hitting enemies in the game, except they also have like ridiculous like their health is like, you know, insane. Like I would love to know how much that Vegito has in the Buu Saga stage, and then the final enemy of the Potara stage is a Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, right? Like same thing with him. Like I would love to know how much HP those boys have got. It's got to be like 30 mil or something, right? Like just ridiculousness. All right, so yeah, again, I don't even know what else to talk about, because like, what am I going to talk about the other PEPPY Gal units that are like going to be fodderized in here? Because again, the first two stages are nothing, right? So when it comes to no iteming this stage, it's just all about who is good on the third stage. The third stage is death. Like there's nothing is gonna work in that third stage like without getting some good luck and like Int Ribrianne. Basically, you need good luck to where you can like seal them before they super attack and kill you. Like it's just a matter of getting to the third stage and getting good luck is what this stage is right here. Because like LR, Kale, and Khalifa, notice they're not on the team because they can. I need to be able to survive turn 1, 2, and 3 in the final fight. Kale and Khalifa are not LR, Kale, and, like they're the hardest hitting PEPPY Gals unit, but defensively they're not overpowered in turn 1, 2, and 3, right? If there was a pure Saiyan and we could start, you know, they could quickly get multiple super attacks for 100% of the time, yes, right? After Kale and Khalifa super attack twice, their defense will be good enough in that final stage, but, you know, going into it, we can only guarantee they'll get one super attack. So that's why I didn't bring Kale and Khalifa, and I brought AGL Khalifa's EZA over LR Kale and Khalifa, because AGL Khalifa, right, has got the 50% chance to dodge. She could dodge super attacks and counter them. I don't think we see that, but she does have that ability. And then my AGL Khalifa also has 23 dodge in her hidden potential system, because I have all these dodge equips. I was like, whatever, I'm just gonna toss all that shit on her. Like, I have a level 3 gold dodge on AGL Khalifa. I have a level 5 gold dodge just sitting there. I could upgrade her. Maybe before I try Super AGL no item. Maybe I'll do that. You know, just to give myself as much of a chance as possible. And again, in the meantime, notice how literally the entire fight, I'm just getting as many same type orbs as I possibly can, because I'm thinking that, like, I'm gonna get 2 Dokkan attacks in this stage. Like, the enemies have so much health, and like we're not really able to do that much damage because we're only on a double 120% lead, that we're gonna get 2 Dokkan attacks, which is gonna be insane. So I just, as much as possible, I'm trying to get the same type orbs, plus also healing, right? Trying to heal as much as possible. I mean, there are other healing units for PEPPY Gals that I could have tried. Like, you know, there's Darkness Toa, for example. But again, like, Darkness Toa is a support type unit for extreme class characters. But like, I mean, Oceanus is extreme class. Android 21 is extreme class. But like, actually, let me look at Android 21, because I don't think I've ever used Android 21 in this category Super Battle Road stage, because she was only added to it. Boy, that was about a year ago. Was that about a year ago now? She was added to PEPPY Gals? Maybe. Let me see. Okay, so 21 recovers 10% HP and super attack, which is good. She does lower attacked enemies' attack by 20% for 2 turns, which is solid. She does have Metamorphosis as well, actually. So that's good. And then when she transforms, she lowers attack on super, and then she recovers HP from her passive. Yeah, I don't know. Android 21, I just don't think her defensively and stuff, she's just probably not going to be good enough. There is a physical type enemy in the last fight, though. So right here, it's like, okay, we're about to get through the second fight. Now I have to prepare for the third fight, right? I need a Ribrianne on each rotation, but the thing I have to be so utterly careful about is Kale. STR Kale is one of the most broken TURs in the game, provided that there's a Caulifla on rotation. So it does help that I have 2 Cauliflas floating around, but I can't, like, leave Kale just in the thick of things if there's not a Caulifla around, because then Kale will get us killed. And then Tech Caulifla, you know, we know how overpowered she is. She still has a ridiculous chance to dodge, even without a Pure Saiyan or Universal Survival Arc enemy. I think on this team, I think she has a 70% chance to dodge in the third fight, is what Tech Caulifla has. And I'm pretty sure, like, in this last fight, she dodges, like, 17 out of 18 attacks or something like that. Like, so, you know, we do need that bad. So right here, again, here's where I'm thinking, okay, we got to get Kale out of here. Kale needs to float around, and I have to be very, very cautious with Kale in the last fight until she gets, you know, 3, 4, 5 super attacks to build up her defense. Because remember, the thing about Tech Caulifla and STR Kale is that they do stack both attack and defense. So as the fight goes on and on and on, defensively they are going to be better. So that's the thing. This last fight is just about surviving the first couple of turns. Once we do that, the Universe 6 females begin to get so overpowered, even against non-Pure Saiyans, that we're going to be good to go, right? Okay. There is 2 other options. I toyed around with them a little bit, but I was just getting bad luck and getting insta-killed, so I was just like, fuck it. Like, I'm not even going to try anymore. And that's Kakunsa and Rosie. I actually still have not done, like, rainbow videos on them since I finished their Easy. I mean, they came out on July 3rd, so it's been a couple of months. Obviously, I've had a lot going on, right? But Kakunsa and Rosie are good enough to where, I mean, I feel like you could get the no-item run with them on the team. In particular, Kakunsa, because Kakunsa has that same 40% chance to stun for 1 turn on her passive, right? But Kakunsa and Rosie, both of them permanently stack attack and defense. It's just they're swapped, right? Rosie stacks defense on super attack, and she stacks attack on her passive. And then Kakunsa stacks attack on her super attack and defense on her passive. They're good, but the problem is it's just it's getting them in the proper situation, right? Like, Kakunsa and Rosie also are special pose category support type units. So, like, if we're running a full Ribrianne team, like, you know, all the Ribrianne characters, all the Universe 2, right? Universe 2 characters, we're fine. But, like, the Universe 6 females are first and foremost, right? Like, Tech Caulifla, STR Kale, like, they have got to be here, pretty much. Because that's what, I mean, they basically carry us through the first couple of fights. Here's Oceanus being as ridiculous as usual. Her busting out all these super attacks, super effective against all types, all this craziness she does. Oceanus is just nuts, right? Alright, so now we go. Alright, here we go. Are we about halfway through? We're like halfway through this or something, aren't we? Yeah. Yeah, basically, we're halfway through right now. So, half of this fight is right here, this final one. This is brutal. So we have Tech Master Roshi, Physical Oolong, and then STR Yamcha. Honestly, I don't know the proper meta for who to attack first. I focus on Yamcha, but in all honesty, I think probably getting rid of Oolong as quickly as possible is the way to go. Because Oolong has far less HP than Yamcha and Roshi, and then at that point, it's trying to keep 2 enemies sealed rather than 3. So I think that was a mistake by me. But we got incredibly lucky in turn 1. In that only, like, basically, they're completely focusing on 1 slot. So Caulifla, again, I believe Caulifla has a 70% chance to dodge. Without Ribrianne on rotation, Caulifla takes like 112k per normal attack. I think she takes 50k with Ribrianne on rotation before she starts supering. My Tech Caulifla, by the way, has like 19 additional or something like that. Let me see. Yeah, 19 additional is what my Tech Caulifla has. So with that, we're going to see many turns of Caulifla doing multiple supers. If a Kale is on rotation, Caulifla can triple super. And obviously, as a attack and defensive stacking unit, that makes her very formidable, right? Again, it's just about surviving these first couple of turns. Also, by the way, the whole time I'm peeping, I have to hit Yamcha with launch. Otherwise, we die. Because remember, launch can quadruple super attack and greatly lowers attack as well. So I need to hit Yamcha to ensure. Okay, so we get super attack right off the bat, but of course that's a dodge. We lose if that hits. And then I think Caulifla dodges most of these attacks. Oh, we didn't get... Oh, that's so... We didn't get hit before she started supering, which is so good. Ooh, not a double super, though. Yeah, 51 right there. That might be the... I think that's the only hit she takes. Is it? Yeah, see? Okay, she takes 2. That's acceptable, though. That's, like, what was that? Like, she dodged 10 and took, like, 2 hits or something? Like, it's just so insane. Like, this stage is brutal. Like, by the way, just to let you guys know, I don't think we kill any of these 3... Yamcha, Oolong, or Roshi until like turn 6 or something like that. It's just like we get good luck. I didn't get multiple super attacks. I didn't get crits with launch. Like that's another thing that would, you know, really like the chances of launch supering once is pretty low. Like it's a bummer. Like I was just like, oh come on, dude. Because like my launch has 20 additional, so she's almost always going to. She's gonna have 3 chances to activate the 20 additional. Like we're almost always gonna see her attack 4 times. So okay, we have a Caulifla on rotation. So Kale is guarding on this turn, right? I'm peeping that Ribrianne in the middle slot is only gonna have type advantage over Roshi, so we're gonna be good there, right? So yeah, looks like exactly like this is gonna be good. It is scary though because it's like, I mean, Kale is guarding. But she's going to have to take a lot of hits before she could super attack and begin stacking, right? Now, again, Kale, what is my Kale's additional? Let me double check. Because Kale, I also prioritize additional. Well, no, that's not correct. Kale has 11 additional and 17 crit is what my Kale has. So she has a decent chance of getting additionals, but she also has a really good chance of getting crits. Again, I'm pretty sure I just pretty much focus on Yamcha most of the time just to try and get him taken out. In between like me like correctly like sealing units and stuff like that. Like these like so far I've gotten 2 no item runs done in the new 10 stages of the category Extreme Super Battle, the Boo Saga and the PEPPY GALS. You have to be so tactical to get this shit done. You have to correctly be sealing the right units, lowering the right units attack. It's nuts. These new stages are very difficult, but it is fun, but it's not fun taking 20 minutes to get to this stage, and then like Yamcha, Puar, and Roshi all super attack slot 1 and you die. And it's so good. Oh, beautiful. Well, lovely, right? So, we get lucky with Caulifla dodging Roshi, which we needed, and then of course type advantage over Yamcha so we don't have to worry. So now we're starting to get a couple of turns into the fight. To where like some of these units like Tech Caulifla now is beginning, like she's getting super attacks to where we're able to stack, right? So now even if like she doesn't dodge some of these hits, we're gonna be okay. Also, notice we are beginning to close in on that Dokkan attack as well. Like now I can really taste that the Dokkan attack is coming. And in my head I was thinking like, oh baby, as soon as I get the Dokkan attack, we are good. I got it. But I think, spoiler alert, the Dokkan attack doesn't even kill any of the 3. It's like so stupid. So here we go, Caulifla. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Whew. Man, it's like when I got the no item run for reps of Universe 7 because UI Goku did that. And then Caulifla double super attack. So huge, dude. To get the double super attack right there. So big. So now Caulifla supered what? 3 times? That's 3 defensive stacks. So now, oh, she dodged every single attack. Wow. Well, there you go. That's why we were able to get the no item run done. Wow, wow, wow. Okay, so I had to seal Oolong, by the way, there. It's like, Oolong is the one that can really easily end this run, because if he super attacks Ribrianne, we die. It's run over, like, pretty much no matter what. So I have to be careful of that. Usually with Oceanus, is Roshi attacking Oceanus at the end right there? He must have been. That's why I went for it, because remember, the stun is only for 1 turn. Okay. So, here's where shit gets scary, because Kale is not guarding on this turn. Kale is not guarding, right? All we have is Kale's defense, but she is over 100k defense, and we do have Ribrianne on rotation as well. Thank goodness I sealed Oolong last turn, because again, if Oolong super attacks Ribrianne, it's run over, we die, we lose, it's GG, right? So the fact that Oolong cannot super attack means we will be okay. I believe Oolong does 50k to Ribrianne, which is 100k damage, but between launch being able to greatly lower attack the way she does, and then Kale, being able to get super attacks to raise her defense, and plus, look at all those STR orbs we'll be able to get for Kale. That's going to be super good right there as well, right? So Kale is going to be able to get a nice fat HP regeneration, which should allow us to get enough HP to survive the turn. And we're going to be able to get those physical yellow orbs with launch, and we're also going to be able to get the STR orbs with Kale, meaning we are going to get the super attack. So again, I have to hit Yamcha with launch, because Yamcha will kill us. Like, I have to make sure Yamcha's normal attacks can't kill us. And then, of course, the STR orbs heal us a lot. Like, that's a lot of healing right there. And it's just, once you make it past, like, again, like the first 2 turns to where you're able to keep these dudes sealed, like, so often in this, like, this huge, ridiculous marathon in this final fight, like, most of these dudes are going to be sealed at all times. Because, again, we've got 4 sealers on the team. Both Ribrianne's, Launch, and Oceanus. And then, Launch and Oceanus are busting out multiple supers per turn. So here we get the Dokkan attack. I'm thinking Yamcha's out of here. We're good. Is this the friend Ribrianne? I'm not sure which one it was. I thought we were good. But then I noticed, oh, Yamcha's alive. He must have a sliver of health. No. He's at like half health. So I was like, are you kidding me? Look at this. We did a Dokkan attack. It's like none of them took any damage. I was like, what the hell is this? Launch has a 50% chance to crit, and she's not critting too. Like, hello? What is going on? So I did have amazing luck at points, but then also I had bad luck at points as well. Okay, so Kale only super attacked once, but now her defense is high enough that even without guarding, she's okay. She's able to stack enough times. So now, if Kale is able to defend, that means the Tech Khalifa should be as well. And at this point, it's like, right here, I'm nervous. Because it's like, okay, we're on turn 5, and it's like, I feel like I've barely even touched these guys. Like, our defense is starting to really pick up with Kale and Khalifa, right? So they're going to be good. One problem is that AGL Khalifa raises her defense by 50% on super attack. Excuse me, it's 60% on super attack. God damn, she's good. But it's only for 3 turns. So by floating her, we're not able to get that to happen multiple times, right? So I do get very nervous about that Tech Roshi at the end. But again, my Khalifa has a 50% chance to dodge from her passive. Plus my Khalifa has 23 dodge for hidden potential system. And then she can also has a separate proc chance to dodge and counter super attacks as well. So again, AGL Khalifa, I mean, I feel like global players more so complain about that Ize not being around, just more so because it's like a global shafted thing. Finally, again, we can say global shafted, right? Like, it's not really that big of a deal. I think it's probably just going to come with Jiren and Blue Goku / Vegeta. But there's no doubt about it that this Khalifa in particular is a huge help for Super AGL Extreme Super Battle Road. I mean, because she's been out for years. Like, a lot of people, unless you have foolishly re-rolled, you're going to have her with dupes and shit, right? So, I do understand, like, if you're frustrated the AGL, like, Khalifa is not out on Global yet because you want her for Super AGL Extreme Super Battle Road, I understand that. But otherwise, I wouldn't really be too concerned. I mean, again, this is why I beg for the games to be put on the same timeline. Like, I say I want Global to be caught up, and it seems like most of the Gold players say no, because we want to keep the tickets and the discounts. Okay, but then, like, Global not being caught up, then Global first, like, UI Goku happens, but then it throws things out of whack with, like, Kale and Khalifa's EZA. Like, we see this every single time. Anytime there's a Global first, it makes something else very weird for Global. So I still maintain the game would be at its healthiest if Global and JP were just on the same timeline. Every unit came out to both versions at the same time. Every unit was the same on both versions. That's what I want. I don't want either version getting anything over the other. I want them to be 100% equal down the line, I think is the best way to do it. But it's like we're hitting 6 years and they still don't want to do it. So, I mean, I don't know. Y'all tell me. So here we are, turn 6. By the way, still haven't killed any of the 3. turn 6. And we have not finished them off yet. In hindsight, I probably, like, if only I'd gotten lucky to where Yamcha was not attacking launch on all these turns. Because it's like, I keep thinking, like, she's got a 50% chance to crit from her passive. Like, I'll be able to, she'll crit 3 times and I'll kill Yamcha. But, like, every single turn, she never does it. Like, you know, if I had been hitting, like, Roshi or Oolong, they would have died 5 turns ago, I guess. So, maybe you could say I misplayed a bit. But, I mean, I got, the no-item run worked, so. It's just, like, never in your wildest dreams did you think, okay, by the way, I hit Oolong right there because I wanted to stun him so he would not touch Oceanus. I was very concerned about Oolong hitting Oceanus, by the way. And I thought Ribrianne would be good in slot 1 because of all those Roshi attacks at the start, right? So here we go. I think launch may not, yeah, still just can't crit. Unbelievable. So, like, all my luck for Caulifla's dodging was taken out of the fact that launch just, like, doesn't crit Yamcha. Again, allow me to repeat myself. Every single one of those attacks had a 50% chance to crit. So, a little bit of a bummer. Now that taking one of the 3 out, basically it's like, okay, we're good. We are good. And then we get super lucky the way, like, now the no-item run is confirmed right here. Because we got super lucky with the way this rotation played out. We're able to put Ribrianne in slot 1. Roshi is sealed. We don't have to worry about him. And then now we can focus on killing Oolong. We can just get Oolong out of here. And then once it's only Roshi, you know, where half of our team is in and has type advantage over him, we're good. And this is also a rotation where, you know, we have Caulifla and Kale together. So they're at their best, right? Kale, in particular, like, really needs... Kale doesn't need a Pure Saiyan or Universal Survival Arc enemy to be good. She just needs another Caulifla on rotation to be good, right? So with that... with an actual Caulifla here, Kale is fine. LR Kale and Caulifla would work very well, because remember, LR Kale and Caulifla does activate all of those abilities for like the Tech Caulifla, you know, getting her extra attack, Kale guarding and all that. Like all that does work, but, you know. So there we go. The no-item run is basically confirmed at this point. We just, you know, have to slow burn our way through these guys, so... I don't know. Let me know what you guys think. It's funny. It does... Like, Peppy Gals, a lot of these units are so overpowered, right? But, like, again, the first 2 to 3 turns of this fight is just all that matters. Because, like, people were like, oh, what about Infidel? And it's like, Infidel is definitely a solid unit, right? She's going to have, what, like 100% or like 115% attack and defense. She lowers attack on super attack. She lowers attack on her passive as well. And she recovers 20% of damage Delta's health. Like, all of that is great. Yeah, awesome. But turn 1, I mean, she's probably going to get you killed in this fight. Because she's going to take 1,000,000 damage. Plus, we're talking about another int unit. Like, you basically have to have double Ribrianne as the leader to beat this. I would assume. I don't know. I mean, I don't think a Universe 6 build could do this. Unless you get... Because I haven't even mentioned Kefla. Because Kefla, you need the 6 orbs for her to dodge, right? The only way... I mean, if Vados was Peppy Gals, sure. But Vados is not Peppy Gals, right? Which is stupid. Vados obviously Peppy Gals. But, like, getting the orbs for Kefla to get her dodging is... it's not... I don't know how consistent it's going to be, right? Like, look at the field right now. There's no path where we'd be able to get 6 orbs. And if Kefla doesn't get those 6 orbs, defensively, she could be, you know, it's a little bit hit or miss. Once she's Super Saiyan 2, she doesn't need orbs to dodge anymore. Which, I mean, here, look at this. We finished this fight on, like, turn 10 or some shit. So, yeah, like, for sure. Oh, by the way, Launch has finally lost her passive. You can notice her attack has dropped significantly. Still did get a double super attack, though. But that's, again, because she has 20 additional, right? So, again, let me know what you guys think of this. Oh, actually... I do go... Yeah. Okay, so every no-item run now, what I've started to do as well is I do go over my units, like, equipment and show their link levels and stuff like that, because it's just, like, there's so much, like, further customization you can do now between the hidden potential system, equipment, and then, of course, again, link leveling. There's just so much opportunity we have to do all that stuff. So I think it's important to show, like, where exactly my units are at when it comes time to... you know, get these no-item runs down. So this one was very, very tough. The only other new extreme category Super Battle stage I've even attempted, I think, was Patara. And I think I got, like, pretty much one-shotted in turn 1. Why was that? Might have been in LR Vegito just got exterminated, which happens. Like, these stages are brutal. I do think Patara no item shouldn't be too bad, though. Because, I mean, STR Vegito and, you know, Kabito Kai is on there. That Kabito Kai boy, let me tell you, he is something else. Kabito Kai is just, like... I absolutely adore that unit. One of my favorite units in the game right now, along with like LR UI and stuff like that. So there we go, 35 minutes. How nice. 35 minutes to get the no item rundown. This was my first time even beating the PEPPY GALS stage. I just was like, listen, I'm just going to do the no item run right away. So I went ahead and did that. We got the PEPPY GALS exclusive equipment as well. And then I go to this shop. And I just want to clear out the box space and stamina first. Then I guess I'll just worry about the stickers after that. I love, yeah, these are really good rewards right here. The normal Super Battle Road stages, just like the Grand Kais, who cares? But stickers, stamina, and box space is beautiful rewards. I don't care about the Kais and Zenny, but again, stickers, box space, and shit, like that's pretty cool. All right, and then here we go. Now we'll just go over all of my info. Honestly, I could have grinded Lynx more. I mean, again, like in Ribrianne, we saw how crucial she was, how critical she was. She links up very well with the rest of the team. Like, I definitely could have link leveled her up more. Khalifa and Kale, same thing. Because Tech, Khalifa, and STR Kale share 6 out of 7 links. So, like, you know, by having them together, they are so powerful. Like, I easily could have pushed them a little bit more to the limit. But again, I'm grinding links for so many different characters for so many different stages right now. It's like, PEPPY GALS, I was close. It's just you need good luck in the first couple turns in that final fight. And then, obviously, AJL Khalifa, far more advanced on link levels because of the Super AJL stage. I've worked on her an awful lot. And then Oceanus and Launch, I actually still have to do rainbow videos on them. Those will be coming up sometime soon. So, whew! Let me know what you guys think. Absolute brutal nightmare. These extreme Super Battle Road no items are just brutal nightmares. So, again, I'll catch y'all next time.